Welcome back, my knights. It's Lago Dragonite here, and today is going to be part 3 to What If Naruto Was a Full Uzumaki. Last time we let off, there was a month before team selections. Now, I apologize if I'm making this video for this playlist very late, guys. I've been very busy with school. Well, also, so, I'm also changing the schedule of my recordings. Anyway, like goal for this video is going to be 6 likes. And please stay tuned all the way to the end of the video, guys, because I have an important announcement to make. Anyway, during that 1 month of training, Naruto trained with all of her friends getting his stuff. During that 1 month of training as well, the clone that Naruto sent to go train with the dragons comes back, pops, and when Naruto gets the memories of it, he is shocked. Because the dragons had taught Naruto the storm release element. Now, but before Naruto could react to that, he learns that the dragons have asked Naruto to not reveal storm release, at least not until the Chunin exams. And when Naruto asks why, they say that a great evil is approaching the exams. Of course, Naruto reveals that he warns the third Hokage about this, and Ninja was starting to get lazy, like in the anime, but after the whole threat with Danzo, they start training seriously, getting them all back to like where they are during the war. Anyway, the month passes, and we meet everyone at the academy. And Iruka gives his speech and says, "All right, here are the teams for this year. Now, just as new as Iruka's reading Team 1 through Team 6, Lincoln Ken and their father. But Naruto, he was trying something. He is in the back row, sitting next to Hinata, and practicing a little bit of earth manipulation in his fingertips. Now you see, there is a specific technique that I want to give Naruto, but to use it, you need at least high Jonin to low Kage level control of the earth element to even use. It's an S rank earth jutsu. Now, normally, it's a jutsu you only can use if you have a certain dojutsu. However, if your earth element is high enough, then you can learn the jutsu. Though, you can't use that jutsu for at least, depending on how high your element is, for at least 9 hours. Anyway, Iruka rides our Team 7. Team 7 will be Sasuke Uchiha, Sakura Hano, and Kiba Nezuka. Kiba just slaps his hand on the ground and says, "I'm doomed." Sasuke is disappointed that he didn't get any of his friends. And Sakura fangirls moment. And then Iruka just sweat drops, and he said, "Now, no, Team 8. But before that, Kiba actually brings this up. Iruka-sensei, out of curiosity, aren't the teams after Team 6 supposed to be specialized in fields?" This Iruka process, "Yes, Kiba, that is correct. In fact, I should explain what teams are the same with which. Team 7, is a frontline squad, making the battle on the front lines. Team 6 are tracking, and capturing squads. Though they have other diverse fields. Team 9 is supposed to be a backup squad for most of them, given how diverse they are. Naruto and Hinata, because they're friends with Neji, and Neji's a lot nicer. They know, and they're friends with Tenten and Lee. They know that Team 9 is them. And finally, Team 10 is, for all purposes, a capture and interrogation team. And of course, everyone nods. And Iruka says, "Can I continue?" Everyone nods. And Iruka says, before I get, Team 7's sensei is Kakashi Hatake. And he said, "Alright, Team 8. Shino Aburame, Hinata Hyuga, and..." Iruka says, Ronnie's read the name. And he looks at and says, "Pardon me, guys." And he's writing something down. He says, "Naruto Uzumaki." Now, the reason Iruka paused is because the Civilian Council actually tried to bribe Iruka to remove Naruto from the team, so it would be on a single team to get himself killed. Yeah, Aruka's not that dumb, especially when the Civilian Council in canon actually hired many of the teachers, including Mizuki, at certain points. It's, which, by the way, for anyone who's a Naruto fan, it, like myself, I can imagine how angry they are when they had everything happen between Naruto as a kid. And personally, that made me wish to make advice go into Naruto when Naruto was thrown out at age 3.5, and literally just, if you get the picture. Anyway, Iruka says, your sensei will be Kunai Yuhi. Team 9 is still in circulation from last year. And Team 10 is Shino. Is Ino Yamanaka, Shoji Akamichi, and Shikamaru Na. Your team is Asuma Saratobi. He nods and goes, you have an hour to go up with your squad before meeting your team leaders. Everyone goes off. Team 8, Team 10, and Team 7, they all go down to Ichiraku Ramens to enjoy ramen. Now, back to where the Hokage is taking the Jonings. Iruka came up, and boy, he is wearing a very ticked off expression. Like, if you've seen the glare Optimus Prime did when he said this line, "Did you forget who I am?" Imagine that on Iruka's face. And in the third goes, Iruka, go, what's with the face? And Iruka just slaps team placements down at the Hokage and points to the notes. And the third Hokage reads it, and every Jonin in the village can feel his chakra pressure as his anger. And Kashi pipes up and saying, little third, what happened? Rujin comes down and says, apparently the Civilian Council tried to make Naruto be a one-man team. Now, this irked almost every single Jonin. Well, actually, no, every Jonin in the thing. Because growing up, Naruto helped a lot of the Jonins out when they were having problems. For example, Hidegekko, Naruto helped find a cure for his lungs. Though it wasn't easy for Hidegekko because he had to spend an entire week in wriggling pain as the treatment took place. The treatment is basically Naruto channeling all of his chakra into his blood and having his blood being pumped into Hayate's veins in certain points of the body. It was not a pleasant venue. Anyway, this is when Asuma said something. Dad, I thought Kakashi was supposed to get Naruto and Sasuke. Okay. And this is when Kunai says, that was the case, but I requested Little Third to have Naruto on my team. Now this surprised everybody. And this is when Kunai gave her reason. Not only did Naruto help Anko out with her curse problem, but he also managed to find a way for her to get back what was taken from her when she was 9. Now, this confused a lot of Jonin, but the third Hokage need to understand. You see, Anko was 9 when Orochimaru turned traitor, and she had Anko in a lab for 9 years, and Anko was unconscious all that whole time until she was found by a Anbu from the Leaf and brought back home with the truth of what happened. Now, back to it. Everyone's waiting for the teams to come by, and like in canon, all the teams get stuff. Team 7 stay there, but before they go, Naruto take out a pack of cards through the keypad says, you might need that. And anyway, Kunai led them to the dango shop and said, alright team, let's introduce ourselves. I'll go first. My name is Kunai Yuhi. My likes are learning Genjutsu, Gardening, and reading. My dislikes are perverts, rapists, and murderers, and traitors. My dream is to become the best Genjutsu master in the entire land of fire. And Kunai goes, You go first. And she points at Shino. Shino goes, my name is Shiba Amarame. My likes, bugs, insects, and hanging out with my friends. And my dislikes are those who hate insects for no reason at all, those who treat others as like they're trash, and those who betray each other's trust. My goal is to become the clan head one day, to become clan head, and to have of a very strong heir to pass my legacy to. Now, this Shino is a lot different than canon Shino, is because not only did Naruto help him out of his funk, but when Naruto was really young, Shino actually gave one of Naruto's bugs an early bug from his hive. Now, this bug has literally been feeding on Naruto's chakra for at least 2 years until Naruto came by to visit Gigi for Christmas. There he bumped into Shino, and when they bumped, the insect went off Naruto and on the Shino. And that insect mated with Shino's queens. What they produce, only time will tell. Because these eggs that produce the insects are unlike any egg before. Now, it's Hinata's turn. My name is Hinata Yuga. My likes are Naruto, my friends, my family, and my village. My dislikes are those people who use seals to keep others enslaved, traitors, rapists, murderers, and perverts. My goal is to abolish the cage bird seal, unite the two houses, and eventually have a family. And Hinata blushes at this when she says this. And Kuna goes, alright, now you, Naruto. Naruto goes, my name is Naruto Uzumaki. My likes, learning seals, learning jutsu, to hang out with my friends, protecting my precious people, and in gardening, and occasionally book writing. My dislikes are those who can't tell the difference between a kunai and the scroll it's sealed in, those who betray their comrades for personal gain, rapists, murderers, and thieves, oath breakers, and above all else, those who betray their kin. And my goal is to repopulate my clan and eventually become the sixth Hokage, Naruto says. And this gives everyone a raise. And can I ask, sixth Hokage, who's the fifth? And Naruto said, simple, Granny Tsunade. And this everyone goes wide-eyed. And Naruto said, oh, I shouldn't have kept it secret. And then Kuna says, go along, Naruto. Said, basically, Gigi, after the tuning exams, is going to propose that Tsunade will become the next Hokage. And Kunai nods. Anyway, hey, let's go take tomorrow we'll take the test to see if you pass or not, the getting test. And they nod. And we flash forward to the next day, but not before teammate goes off and have dinner together to strategize stuff. Kunai's watching the house, and she already can tell they can pass her test easily. Now, each Jonin, from what I understand, does their own getting test differently. From what I know of canon, and then Kakashi's thing was the bell test, Asuma's was them trapping him, and for Kunai, they had to track her down and find her. So, now, anyway, that day begins, and Team 8 arrive there, and there's Kunai, and Kunai says, you have until the afternoon to track me down. And then she disappears, her clone. She disappears in a genjutsu. Naruto says, Hinata, can you see her? Hinata goes, Byakugan! And her eyes goes out, and thing. But this is a particular genjutsu that messes up with chakra, so it's hard for Hinata. Shino uses his insects to try to track down Kunai, which, by the way, because of that whole insect with the insect that was on Naruto, his insects have a much stronger sense of smell. And Naruto as well, because he trained all of his senses. I'll put it this way. Each of Naruto's senses are 5 times better than what they were. That includes his hearing, his smell, oddly enough his taste. I do not know how that would affect, but I'm not one to judge. Anyway, they go track down Kurenai. Took an hour. They find out Dango stopped talking to Anko, and Kurenai turns saying, "Congratulations, team. You're officially Team 8. Let's go pick up some missions." They go off, and Kurenai was sitting next to Hana, and Hana gives a sigh, and Kurenai looks over at her and says, "What's got your panties in a bunch?" And Hana said, well, and this is when Hana tells Anko what happened over the 1 month before the getting test. See, Naruto came across Hana in the woods as she was practicing taijutsu, and this is one of her periods when she was in heat. Let me explain. When a female in Izuka, no matter if it's just a friendly spar or an official battle, whatever, if they lose to anyone during their heat period, they are technically bound by Inuzuka law. And Anko understands this, and Anko said, well, it's a good thing the brat's up for this, looking up for the CRA, and Hana is just happy about that. Though, if the Kinazupa genes are concerned, let's just say Naruto better watch his back, especially given the fact that, in this what if, all of Hana's dogs, the 3 triplets, are all female. So whatever their human partner feels, they feel as well. Naruto better keep himself out of trouble. Anyway, they go do 2 D ranks that day. Go paint a house, and help an old man, and cut down some trees. Cut down some wood. While they're doing this, Kunai left to give a report to the Hokage. And they give the report on who team passes. Kakashi gives a report, but he admits that they were bad. And in fact, he was almost tempted to just have the team take another 6 months before coming again, but, civilian council bitching and all that stuff. Fugaku just groaned at the civilian council, trying to get in the good graces of his son, the clan heir. Yeah. Team 8 Uncle goes, well, Team 8 did pretty well. Found me within an hour. Not only that, but managed to do 2 D-rank missions today. And of course, that surprised everyone else. And Ansem says, as they took about 2 hours to capture me. So Team 10 passes as well. And Huzen nods and says, alright, you're all dismissed. Just those with gettings, start doing D-ranks immediately. Now, for the next 2 months, I must keep something similar with canon, guys, if you must understand. And I don't want to, in my other what-ifs, yeah, it was fine jumping with how many D-ranks that you normally need from in canon, but I'm just going to say 2 months of D-ranks. During that time, Team 8 grew together as a closely knitted squad. Not only that, but they grew in strength. During this time, Naruto's his Earth style element went up to low joning level. Lightning went up to high tuning. And fire went to mid tuning. Now, Naruto is keeping that he knows so many jutsu for the 5 main elements a secret, and he's only been mainly using water and wind in front of others, particularly the Uchiha clan, because, sharing. But it's kind of hard for them to copy when Naruto mainly uses 1 to 2 hand seals for techniques that require, 40 hand seals. Now, during those 2 weeks, Naruto Team 8 did an amazing 120 missions. They took missions during the morning, and in the afternoon, they trained. Because in the afternoon, the sun's much more hotter, which means they got much more of a workout with their body. During the time, Team 8 also set the fastest record for catching Tora. After the final Catch the Tora mission, Tora's point just is very lovey with Team 8. In fact, Team 8 broke the 4th Hokage's record in his getting team. The 4th team caught Tora in about an hour. Team 8, 37 minutes and 50 seconds. Anyway. We finally get to that scene in where, and this is about 2 weeks before the land wave was supposed to occur. Kunai asked for teammate to go on a C rank mission. Where they go to? Well, they are actually requested transport to meet them to transport a package to the border of the land of Iron. They go off, and during this time, Naruto can't help but feel like something's going on when they were all of a sudden attacked by ninja from the Hidden Sound Village. However, thanks to Kunai's sense abilities, she sensed that there were two that were not them, and they moved like Ambu, which made Kunai think that they were Root. Now, these guys were looking for the package. However, they were also had a secondary objective. Find any Uzumaki, separate them from those around them, and kidnap them. And they tried to do it, but just as they came close up, Naruto flashes hand sights and does ninja art. Uzumaki chain barrier. Slaps the hand on the ground. A barrier area that surrounds the entire group with chains and just wraps around them. And Naruto does hand signs again and does Earth style. Earth draining jutsu. Now, I'm not having this one in jutsu Naruto knows. This is just a jutsu he will only use once in a while. Like, he will barely use this jutsu at all, so that's why it's not on his list. He drains the chakra from the ninja, knocks them all out, instead of killing them, and one of them was Ei Kurosho, the man responsible for stealing the sword of the second Hokage. Naruto was able to get this sword as well, but he's not going to keep it. He's going to give it back to Tsunade. And since Tsunade is in a much younger body... she's in a much younger body. She's able to use the sword to its fullest potential. So Tsunade also knows how to use the sword, the Flying Thunder God. Anyway, they deliver the package to the border, and Samurai came out and picked up the package. And when Kunai spoke to the leader of the Samurai that was sent the package, informed them that the Hidden Sound Village tried to take the package, this got them worried. For two reasons. One, what the package was. As inside what they were escorting was the niece of the current clan head of the samurai, right? Who just was 4. She went to visit the Hidden Leaf with her mother. But since her mother had to stay, she sent back her daughter with a Hidden Leaf to protect her until the samurai get home. So Orochimaru was planning to kidnap the niece and maybe experiment on her in order to make her a probable vessel for the future, because those who are from the main samurai line can use unimaginable powers. I know for a fact the samurai leader in the 4th grade Shinobi War, if he actually was able to do a full attack, he could take down 1,000 white Zetsu with a single swing of his blade. But that can all go later. Anyway, a teammate goes back to the Hidden Leaf, and not only were they paid the mission for the C rank, but among those, there were bounties for 4 B rank missing ninja. So they also got credit for that. And I'm gonna leave the video here, guys, for the Land of Waves arc. But before I go, the reason why I asked for you guys to watch the video till the end is because I am currently planning to do a new What If, guys. However, what do you guys want me to do? Would you guys rather me do a Naruto X Pokemon? I'm almost done writing the script for that. I just need to write what badges are. Or do you guys want me to do one where either I am sent to the Naruto universe or I'm reborn into the Naruto universe? One of the two. Anyway, those are the 2 options. Anyway, peace out, my knights, and may the Force be with you always.